So after protein synthesis, you end up with a protein. Okay, you end up with this long chain of amino acids, all in a very specific way. And that can't be understated. All the proteins are held together by something called peptide bonds, and it turns out they have different levels of structure. Primary is the actual order of the amino acids, and then it gets more and more complicated. They can fold and bend, and they can be attached with different peptides, and they can make very complex proteins. But this is the essence of the end of protein synthesis, at the end of translation, where you're getting this amino acid strand. You got it? Based on the codons. It goes from DNA to RNA to protein strand like this. Now, where we're going to go with this is that this very simple peptide chain right here will ultimately form into a receptor on the surface of the cell that receives neurotransmitters and allows ions to move in or out of the cell, regulating neural activity. Okay, so if you have a mutation in your gene that makes this amino acid not the proper one, it can cause a folding of this protein that will prevent ions from moving in and out of the membrane, or will prevent the proper neurotransmitters to bind. And this can lead to behavioral issues. This can lead to disease and disorders. And that's why we have to understand biology in order to understand psychology. So it may be strange you're learning about protein synthesis in a psychology class, but this is the reason why. Because when genes mess up, proteins mess up, and when proteins mess up, your behavior, disorders, or diseases can be altered as well.